Chris the Ninja. Hello, hello. Chris, listen, how are you doing today? Also, Chris, I got a question for you. Maybe you can help me out. I doubt it, but if through the stream one person can remember one thing, it could be invaluable. Uh, Tomorrow is a big day. Not even tomorrow, in several hours. A friend of mine arrives from Russia to help me begin the move and all of that. And so I'm supposed to put together a list of things that need to be done while my friend is here, not only for my move, right, to the capital, but also things that my friend and other local people have to teach me, because this will be my first time really being alone in many, many years. So I don't know, and I don't speak the language. So I don't know. I've been helped with a lot of stuff for a while, you know? So I need to figure that list out. And the thing is, my memory is so bad. I've spoken on stream about things I need to do for this move and stuff, and I can't remember a lot of them. So I'm basically going to be asking all day if anyone remembers things I need to do that I said I need to do. You know, maybe you could save my whole life if you remember something I forgot. It's going to be a shorter stream because obviously big stuff happening. That's why we're late. There we go. Doing good, just chilling. Love to hear that. So, yeah, do you remember anything, Chris, that I said I had to do during my moving period? I'm assuming not, but, you know, I might as well try. Might as well try. All right, I think we're all set up here. Let me get the Discord out. And ping. That's not right. Everyone, there we go. No, I don't. That's great. Thank you for the help. I'm like, do you remember anything I've said over the last 3 months? And you're like, nah, not really. Nice wind sounds. Yeah. For sure. Well, you'll see what that is in just a moment, of course. Coming now live, short stream, preparing to move. Will be a month-long process, but it begins today. Wish me luck. I'm just gonna keep that simple. Not even gonna go brazy with it. Send that. All right, let's get these headphones on. Okay, hold on. We're plugging them back in. They were all tangled up. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Controller in hand, and ladies and gentlemen, bada bing, bada boom. That's a video game. That is a video game if I've ever seen one, folks. All right, let's take a sip of this cold tea. Cold because I've been drinking it for hours. That's why you got wind sounds. I got this set up before the stream that is just ready to go so we can immediately begin testing. So, without further ado, I'll do a couple runs of this with the infinite stamina and health. Then we'll do a real run. I think if we have it down, we'll move on to Wolnir and Yorm. I think in the 3 hours I have to stream, we could finish practicing, and then tomorrow, in theory, I could get a 2-hour speed run completely finished. Why don't we find out, huh? Hello. I'm super outfit, by the way. Ooh, that was tight. That was like... tough. One hit. Two hits. We're waking up, folks. We don't even risk it. I knew the stagger was there, but unless we get a free punish, we do not risk getting killed against this guy. We're looking for him to buff power within or something. Nice. Three hits. Not too bad. Plin plin plon immediately. 1, 2, and then we're out. And we run in. And out. 1. Woo! Toasty. Okay. That was a choke. That's fine. And then he's dead. Okay, so the double hit we took there would have killed us, but that was more of a choke. That wasn't a real double hit. We took 3 hits in phase 1. Not too bad, not too bad. I say we do one more run through with if it goes that good or better. Then we'll put stamina back to normal. And then if we get him, then we know we're ready. Oh, Chad. So much stress, so little sleep. So little sleep and so much stress. Relay. 1. Bro is just not doing any follow-ups. He's baiting me. Ooh. I love that move. It's so stylistic. Oh, see, it always takes me a second to recognize what his sword looks like after he does the change, because my vision is so bad, so it's like hard for me to make out. That's why my reaction's always delayed. Alright, man. Come on, quick change. When he buffs, that is always a free punish window. Swap up. Swap up. Come on. There we go. I'll take it. Hitless. Plin plin plon. 1, 2, and then just back. Back up. Punish. Out. Punish. That's a hit, but that's a... Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah. Alright, he's dead here, but... It's close. I don't know. I mean, I guess if I healed, that's probably a win. But I think we're ready, though, to take off the training wheels. Just a little bit. Let's keep the stamina on. But take the health off. Who is tech? Hold on a second. It's my mom. 1 second. Okay, just had to send my mom a message there. Okay, so turning off, no death, no damage. You know what? I'll keep no death on, but I'll take off no damage. Infinite stamina, no goods consumed, infinite FP, infinite durability. Okay. Let's see what this is like. Find out. One, two. Ooh. Okay, that was a little dangerous. Okay, and I'm dead. Yeah, I got greedy there. That was just straight up greed. Oh, man. Okay. Plin plin plon. Will I even get to plin plin plon? I missed both, chat. That's such a... Okay. It's because of the incline. I always need to try and get below him. Badly timed. And now I lose the Lloyd's ring. Stupid stump. Oh, that's just death. Okay. That's right. You just jump straight to me. It is not as easy to manage that. Okay. And you have to manage the heals. That's why this has to be hitless. Really? Bad. Not the worst, though. We'll get there. We'll get there, folks. We're close. Didn't mean to do that. This is the Cinder stream, if you're wondering. Seljuz with the what's up, Dan. How are you today, Seljuz? Good to see ya. Got a short little stream today. We're going to finish our practice on Soul of Cinder. I think we're about ready with him. Then we are going into Wolnir Yorm. And tomorrow should be the actual speedrun test. I think we can get sub 2, maybe. I mean, definitely sub 3. How are you today, Seljuz? Okay. Early. One. Okay. What? Alright, I'm getting hit because I'm looking at the chat. Gunder go beard. Gunder more like LDYR. I don't know what that means. Consider to wish luck with the run. Thank you, Harder. Alright. I have to redo that one because I had to read the chat. Because there was too many messages at once and I knew that it was going to delete messages because it was too many. This obviously doesn't count, this run. I'm just going to... You know what? Hey, hold on. Click the button. There we go. Why don't you read after the fight? I wouldn't be able to. So my multi-chat only allows for 4 messages. Now that's my fault. I set it to 4 messages myself. But it only shows the last 4 messages. So if more than 4 messages show, then I'm gonna start missing. I start to miss messages. And so I could set it to have more messages. But then the problem is if people send very long messages, they cut off on the screen. So I keep it at 4 messages for that reason. But unfortunately, when like multiple people come in, I have to do that. But that's not like a real problem or anything. Can't easily get distracted, especially when you start official runs. No, I don't need to change anything. It's just if that was an official run, I just wouldn't read it, and I might miss a message. You know, it happens, right? But because this is the start of stream, and I can just do what I just did and just reset very quickly, and that was the start of a fight. I don't mind, you know, to cut out of the fight real quick and then restart it, you know? But in a real run, I would probably miss one of those messages. Thank you, Harder. Hope you're doing well today. Tomorrow we're going to do a real run. I think the practice should be over. But yeah, so when we're doing the real run, we're going to take it real seriously, all right? I mean, not too seriously, right? Like, we are doing a very chill version. We're not going for a world record or something crazy, you know? But, yeah, this is just practice. Don't let that stop anyone from talking in the chat, by the way. I would rather people talking in the chat than not. Well, good luck, mate. Thank you. I'd rather people talking in the chat and I lose a message or, you know, I stop what I'm doing and read. You know what I mean? That's the most fun, enjoyable part of streaming. For those who don't know, we're late today because the move to the capital is officially beginning right after stream. And so, very stressed, on no sleep, a lot going on in my life right now. So that is why we're late. And the next month is going to be quite a ride, chat. I'll make sure to update in the Discord if anything ever changes on plan. Okay. 1. I have 1 HP, by the way. They didn't kill me. Really? Okay, where's my stagger? Oh, hold on, Chad. Where's the stagger? Okay, that was way later than I thought it would be. All right, I threw that run. Bro is punishing me right now. Look at this. He just looped me. That was wild. All right, all right. At least we'll get some practice on phase 2. Absolute throw on phase 1. Woo, that was dangerous. I rolled the wrong way. You're kidding me. So many roll catches. Yeah, that's a kill if he catches you in that. Just a horrible run, chat. I don't know what the deal is. I've decided to take the easier way of dodging this, which is just to run away. I'm not going to take the punish. Horrible. That was the worst one so far. Worst one so far. I don't know. That was just like horrible. We go again. We go again until it's clean. The like crab claw grip or whatever, the controller. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep, I knew that was dirty. Oh, the triple. Alright, so... there we go. Downhill. 1, 2. Then we go out, but we're uphill, which is good. There we go. One. One, two. Woo! Alright. That was clean. Alright, that was much better. I don't know what that last one was. If we get another run like this, I will, in a row, then I will re-enable stamina. And then it's 100% real. The damage is incredible, obviously. You know, like, the choice to upgrade the weapon, quite a big change. Very helpful. There we go. Alright, man. If I was running, I could have straightened that. taking some dangerous hits here. I guess at this point, I've kind of learned... That's always a tough one. How long the refrain is. Perfect. I was hoping you would... I was waiting for him to change so I could heal. Okay. You know, I haven't seen Magic Face today, I'm just realizing. Bro, he's like, let me just waste your resin. There we go. Love to see that. Dude! Chat, you're kidding me. Oh, I need to be dodging right. Maybe healing. I deserve to get hit there. Full. So far this is a W technically, but I don't like it. Should be better, cleaner. I almost missed. Okay. Oh, bad. Ooh, heal. Okay. So that would have been a win, but we had just some bad moves. Honestly, I think it's time. I think we go totally normal. I'm taking off. Infinite stamina. All right. I think we're practiced enough. Okay, here we go. First actual run. Let's see. I assume I'm going to get beaten around a little bit. Of course, he's literally a little different with me. Woo! Okay. Come on. One. Like, that is my worst move today. I keep getting hit on that. I need to heal. I know when I want to heal, which is when he staggers. Heal. There we go. Oh, I missed the pixel. Oh, chat. Oh, tough. Woo. Okay. Heal. Just no time. I would have had a time to heal there, but I ran into a stump. Dude. I threw a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. That was bad. kidding. The rollback. Don't get caught. Shat. He's on. Wait, why is he not dead? Oh, he was on 1 HP. Okay. All right. Well, if that happened in the actual run, I'd be pretty upset. I'd be like, you know, because I got greedy, and he lived on 1 HP. You know, if that happens, that's kind of a what can you do. I wasn't wrong to get greedy. All right. That's just that's a 1 in 100 type of situation. All right. At this point, I've practiced him so much that I have the menu for restarting the fight down to a science. All right. No. Attempt number 2 at the real fight. So, on the first attempt, you can walk a lot closer to him and use your resin. I messed that up. That's straight. 1, 2, get ready to dodge. Uh-huh. 1, 2, I go past his hip, which means I get 2 in. If you're wondering what going past his hip has anything to do with it, it means that he's not chaining a third for that attack. Oh, snap. Well, goodbye to my lightning. Nice. Destroy the stumps. Let's go. No stumps. Goodbye, lightning. This is just the stall phase. He powers up. Stomps away. Now we can game. All right. Could have punished. Positioning just wasn't good enough. 1. I just my controller, I pressed up. I need to always be pressing 2 o'clock, and that was like a brain moment. Nightmare. That's the worst thing that can happen. Shame. Oh, that hit me. Okay. That's a lot longer range than I thought. Having trouble seeing because we're in a pile of swords. Always be ready for the kick when you're near him. Guaranteed death combo. This is my escape. Come on, jump at me. I need to get out of there. I knew it immediately when I dodged back. Why did I think he could stagger there? I don't know. That was bad, but my mistakes were just kind of dumb. Like, those are just dumb mistakes. I don't value those as real mistakes. Again. Still unworthy. Alrighty, gone. Send me back in. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, unbelievable. 6, 7, 8. Stored input. That was a stored input. I did not mean to go for that extra hit there. Okay, so it was 8 hits to the stagger. That's why I was counting, if you're wondering. Okay. Woo. Okay. See that? Stored inputs. Dude. It's just, he can get you just locked doing that. I could probably get another hit there. Close. Yep, and he's dead. Okay. That was very clean. Phase 2. That is dreamlike. You would really hope to see a phase 2 like that. We're getting tighter. As you can see today, we are wasting no time. So that's why I run. Running allows me to get that strafe in, which allows me to get a free extra hit at the start if he ever opens like that. Just letting his stagger go down. Really. Insane. Bro. There we go. Here are the homing soul mass. That's nice. Are we hitless? I think we are. Oh, darn it. Just a hit. Alright, we're at 1 hit. I knew I was gonna hit there. 1, 2, okay, 3 hits. 4. 5. 6, 7. Oh! Okay, chat, the reason I just got so greedy there is because I know if I hit him with the 8, it might be too late now. That would have been a stagger. He's not gonna let me. It would have been a stagger. Unless he has more poison phase 2. I genuinely don't know, though. I genuinely don't know. But I think that would have been a stagger and then an instant kill. I need to not be so greedy though. I mean, I think we're pretty much ready, right? Like, we can die a few times to him. It's not the end of the world as long as it doesn't take us 4 hours, you know? If we can beat him in under 20 minutes, honestly, I don't care. Oh, took off the sword for some reason. Hold on. Fat fingered. Hold on, chat. Let me move the mic a little out of my face. And a little claustrophobic crowd right up in my face there. Okay, bitrate is kind of going all over the place, so please, folks, tell me if you see any lag in the stream. Okay, there we go. And once I can lock on and he can start moving, I run. Hit him. Baseball. 1, 2. Adam says, wow, an IRL stream. I don't get it. What's the joke? How are you today, Adam? Adam, today... Hold on a second. 2, and then heal immediately. Really? Okay, he recovered way faster than I expected. Heal. Blossom. Resin. Downhill. 1, 2, out. Wait a moment. Almost here. 1, 2. Woo. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Got him. Woo! Oh, never mind. This isn't centralization. I don't get it. Adam, how are you today? Big day, Adam. Big day. Right after stream, I start my. That was good, chat. That was good. Right after stream, I start my move. I'll be moving all March, basically, move all my stuff to the capital. But after stream, start my move, and so I'm on like no sleep at all because I'm so stressed. My friend gets in from Russia after stream and is gonna start helping me, and my brain is zapped. There's so much I have to do. I don't even know it all. I was supposed to write a list of all the things I have to get done over the period. I have friends helping me and set up and like get sorted for myself, and I know it's incomplete. I don't know. I'm stressing out because this isn't, this is like a major move. It'll be the first time I'm completely alone in like 5 years. I don't speak the language, you have to remember, of my country. So there's a lot of little details that need to be set up that wouldn't be the case in a place where, let's say, the language was English. And there's just a whole lot of stuff to set up. Like, I need to enroll in a school so I can learn the local language, so I can learn Russian, basically. There's a million things to do. There's the stuff with the cat, because I'm really freaking out that my cat's gonna get lost. Every bit of research I saw online is like, yeah, the cat will probably try and, escape and then try and go back to its old house, which it would never find, of course, because it's across the country, and then you'll never see the cat again. That's like every post online, so I'm like freaking out. Yeah, big day, big stream. Also, today is like the last practice day, it feels, because as you can see, I think we're pretty good on Soul of Cinder. So after this, we're gonna do some Wolnir, then we're gonna do some Yorm, and then tomorrow. What was that noise? What was that noise? What the heck is that, man? Anyway, Then tomorrow should be a real speed run. I think we can get easily a sub 3 tomorrow, if not a sub 2. Which is exciting. But expect anything these days with, you know, the move and everything going on. But Adam, how are you? Okay. Let's see. Run. One. I missed. Two. But his stagger might have reset. Oh, greedy. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8. There we go. Let's get out of there. I'm doing pretty good. Guy ordered a bunch of 3D printed stuff, so that was cool. Nice. So you do like multiple kind of creative, almost artistic things. You're building things, either for your work to earn a living, you know? You write, you're an author, you 3D print stuff. Very cool. Hunter, good morning. You are just the person I wanted to see. First, Hunter, how are you today? This is a scary place to be because I'm so close to the wall. Let me get away. You like that? You like that strafe chat? Hitless. Here we go. Let's plan. Hold on. 1, 2, out. Focus. In. 1, 2, out. Foolish. That was a bad move, but it's okay. We're still hitless. One, 2, and he's dead. Hitless. Let's go, dude. So, thank you so much, Big, for the follow. That was nice, chat. That if we do that on the speed run, that's gonna be fantastic. Soap, writing, 3D printing, yeah, weird combination, but here we are. Doesn't your father do the soap though? Just a creative family. This is doing all right. I'm doing rough. I'm doing fantastic, but I'm very stressed. I guess 3D printing makes more sense when you know my dad's a chemical engineer who makes the soap. It all works together. So the Hunter, my move to the capital finally is happening after the stream. It begins. Like I said, it's going to be over the entire month of March. And so there's a lot of setup to do. And so I'm asking people in chat who've been around the last few months or a while. And Adam, maybe you'll remember as well, but I doubt it. Because no one's going to remember. I have, over the last few months, mentioned very important things. I've been like, I have to do this for the move. I have to do this when I move. I don't know what to do about this or that. And I've mentioned stuff I have to do, right? And I'm supposed to make a list, basically, of everything I have to do. And that list has to be ready right after stream. And I'm stressing out about it because I feel like I've forgotten stuff, basically, that I have to get done. And my friends are only going to be here in the country for a couple weeks, basically, to help me. Not only, it's not just helping me move, you have to remember, because obviously that's simple. It's helping me set a lot of things up. It's helping me enroll in a Russian school, find that, helping me teach me how to shop at the bazaar, stuff like that, which I haven't done before. There's the issue of the language barrier, right? Which is, again, this is my first time alone in 5 years. I lived most of my life alone. From age, at 13 years old, I was out on the street and I started living on my own, right? And traveling. But then the last 5 years, I've just constantly been living with people, either relationship partners or friends or family. And so, and always people who could translate for me, who could help me out. I'm going to be totally alone now, which is, you know, it's funny to think I was more independent when I was young. I mean, I take care of my family, but still, you know, it's a give and a take. point is, there's a lot of stuff I need to figure out and set up. And so I'm asking anyone who's been around, do you remember anything I've said specifically that I was like, I have to do this when I move? You need to host an American-style dinner? I genuinely forgot about that. You know what's crazy? Relationship partners. I mean, many. You know, as in, you know, fiancés, people, and girlfriends. You know, I had a mix. Also, not full relationship, not full girlfriends, you know, just almost roommates. Plus, life is funny that way, you know. That's why it's just easier to put vague terms on things. I was getting around when I first got here. Let's put it that way. But anyway, yeah, but it's not always a girlfriend is the thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if it's your fiance, or if it's your, you know, what, like if I'm describing 10 different types of relationships I had all at once, I don't want to call them girlfriends because they weren't. You know what I mean? Out of all of those relationships, like maybe a third what I would call a girlfriend. You know? Either way, who cares? But so, what am I doing? What was I talking about? Dude, I'm so out of it, I haven't slept. What was I talking about? Right. The American style party has kind of gone off the rails a little bit, because that is something I forgot about. Yeah. Because, dude, my brain is, I'm cooked, chat. I get it. So the main person that the party is for, basically, who has always shown me around and all these things, out of nowhere, just texted me before stream and was like, hey, I'm in Russia now. And so right now the party is off until probably the very end of the month. They're in Russia all month. No one says anything to me, by the way. No one ever... It always goes the same way, where it's like, hey, you know, I'm like, hey, I need to reach out to this person to meet up with them, and then I get a text and they're in Russia. It's like every time, bro. That's just how it is living out here, honestly. What else was there, chat, though? All the cat stuff is really freaking me out, though. Okay, my bitrate just went to 20,000 there. Can you still see me, chat? My bitrate now is 2,000. It's going all over the place. Is there any lag, or it's possible that there was no lag? Can somebody in the chat confirm, was there lag, was there not lag? Also, we're ready to move on, chat. I would say we have Cinder down. You have to get your power company or something set up, but you don't speak Russian. Power company. The internet. Hold on, let me note that down. See, Adam, you're the only person who's remembered anything. Okay, hold on, let me write that down. That is correct. Adam is correct. Okay. Call all internet companies. Ask about fiber and speed. Okay. I guess power company as well, honestly. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Figure out WhatsApp or Telegram for all utility companies so I can speak to them on my own. So a big thing is I don't speak the language, and so if, let's say, the power goes out, I'm dead in the water. I can't call the power company because they don't understand, but they'll usually have like a secret WhatsApp or Telegram where you can contact. That number isn't listed online though. But so I'm going to figure out what those are. I need to go into basically the offices of the utility companies with somebody who speaks Russian, and I'll get those information, and then I can just use Google Translate. That's a really good call, Adam. That is a life-saving call right there. That might like you can't because I've had situations. You know, I remember years ago, it was blurrier than pixel art while you were fighting, but it's fine now. Wait, are you serious, Adam? Because I don't think I was having issues at that point. I hope that's not the case. You called like 4, none of them spoke English, so call 5. My friend is coming in from Russia, so we'll be able to call with them in some hours. I can't see you, but that's normal. Still not cat cam. Well, it should be coming soon, Hunter. This cat, by the way, I'm freaking out. I don't know. Basically, the internet, every post online says 100% the cat is going to escape and try to go back to your village. you know, which is, and be lost forever, essentially. And so the only thing I can do is I have to lock her inside, which she has never been inside like that. She's always been an outdoor cat, and she's gonna freak out. And so I'm gonna have multiple litter boxes, but she's never used one in her life. And so it's gonna be a hell nightmare for a few months, but it is what it is, I guess. Okay, while we're on a roll here, folks. But, oh, hold on. What I was gonna say is, once we're fully settled in April, we will get ourselves a full-time editor for our channel. And remember, folks, I said once we have an editor, we're gonna get a webcam set up. And if we have a webcam set up, that means cat cam. That's what you really care about. That's the important part, you know. But also, then we can start doing some IRL type stuff. Maybe you should just leave the cat in the village. Adam, I tried to find somebody who would take her. She isn't a full-time outdoor cat is the thing. If she was straight up, if she was a full-time outdoor cat, I would trust her outside. She is so smart. She's an incredible hunter. She knows how to behave around cars. But full-time editor that lives in your country and speaks English. It sounds like a lofty thing, but there are such people. They do exist. I have one time, I met only one person like that, actually. And unfortunately, that person worked for a television station. And they were like, yeah, they're like, well, if you ever want to, you know, how much did they say? I think they were like $300 a day, which is, you know, not unreasonable for like a television quality editor, right? And that's $300 a day is like $3,600 a month. Wait, no, that's no, it's like $9,000 a month. Sorry, dude, I haven't slept. $9,000 a month, which isn't unreasonable for a television editor, but obviously I can't afford that. That's more money than if I got somebody in America. Of course, this is like the highest level of editor, so, but that's the only one who I spoke. That guy spoke English. You can bet that guy spoke English. Anyway. So the cat is a half indoor, half outdoor. I looked so hard to find somebody I could trust in the village to take the cat. There's no one. There's no one who I can trust to take the cat. And so I have to take the cat myself. And it's just gonna be a rough situation. But y'all are gonna get to see it, I'll tell you that much. Okay. But if there's any other ideas, like the utility companies, that was a good one, internet. If anyone listening to the stream remembers anything else, genuinely I would appreciate the reminder, because my brain is just gone, and I'm supposed to have this list up basically right after stream, and I have to hand it over, and then people are immediately going to get into stuff. So like, hey, let me open the guide real quick, because I need to fix my character here. Let's open the speedrun guide real quick that I wrote. Dark Souls 3 guide. All right, so once we're at Wolnir. That's funny advice. I've definitely, you know, it's not that kind of journey. Also, I have, you know, used a leaf before. I've been, I used to go camping all the time when I was growing up. Anyway, where is Wolnir in the guide? And I'm just gonna... Okay, so when I do Wolnir, I won't have this ring. I'll have Karthus Blood Ring. I'll have Lloyd's Sword Ring. No, wait. Will I have Lloyd's Sword Ring? I don't think I will. Fight Wolnir. Then I upgrade. Yeah, then I deacons. So I won't have this. Okay, so when I fight Wolnir, all I have is the Karthus Blood Ring on. I can't remember. Did you say you got to find a new job, or is the old one still able? The old one is still able. It's gonna change what I'm doing for that job, because it's kind of a far distance from where I live anyway, and so Anyway, it's not important. The point is, I don't need to find a new job. Basically, my job IRL is going to be reduced because now we're leaning more into streaming, right? Because my rent is going down by half, my bills are going down by like 80% because I'm not taking care of as many other people as I have been. All of a sudden, streaming, the amount it pays for goes up significantly, and so less IRL work needed to be done. You know, more content. Anyway, I have these items, but what will the twin blades be at? Let's see. Left and right, Giga Skeletons, Blood Ring on, Fight Wolnir, Charcoal on. Okay, so I need charcoal. I don't think I'll have green blossoms yet. I actually will have green blossoms now that I think about it. I don't want to use them on Wolnir, though. But I appreciate the suggestions here, you know? Any ideas, you know I'm appreciative. Good to hear. Hopefully more sleep, Mr. I Don't Sleep. I doubt that. And if anything, it'll be less sleep. Okay. Because I'm going to be, like, going to classes for Russian. I'm going to be doing a lot of things. And so, you know, less sleep, but they'll all work. I couldn't be less sleep. That's not something that could happen. Okay, hold on. Let me spawn in charcoal, pine, resin, and get a bit of that. Okay. We're gonna get some twin blades here. An extra set of twin blades so that I can make those correct. Buy 6 Titanite. Let's see. Fight Wolnir Char. Is the guide outdated? No. Didn't we fix this? Entree upgrade +2. Give coal. Make sharp. Okay, so I need a sharp gem. Okay. Firelink, buy 2 Carthus Rouge. Why would I do this? My guide has me upgrading kind of late for some reason. Hold on. Sorry, chat. I need to just... Here, let me show y'all what I'm looking at here. Crush Soul, level Dex. First bridge, jump off left. End of hallway, illusory wall. Sharp gem on right. Straight and dill stairs. In center of building right. Run down, hide left boulder. Just kill that hat guy. Wait for boulder to explode. Get bone shard. Left and right, then turn right at divots. Straight back. First right past Giga Skeletons. Quit out to lose their aggro. Right, bonfire, okay. Wait for boulder to pass. Down, then right. Titanite item. So that's 2 Titanites I pick up. Now I'll have 4 in total because I got 2 in the swamp earlier. Past bone wheels. Left to hall. Card scuttling. Quit out on slug. Back the way I came. Past boulder. Now I have 6 because 2 more. Then right in the middle. Illusory wall. Upstairs. Quit out. Grave Warden Ashes. Bone to Firelink. Give Ashes to Grandma. And then this is where I should be buying 6. I mean, I'm not going to have the money here probably. Is why. So I need to save my souls. Andre upgrade. Give Ashes to Grandma. Buy 6 Titanite. Andre upgrade. Max Windblade. Give coal, make sharp, pour back to Carthus. Charcoal on pop all souls. Okay, so... This is a mistake. This is absolutely a mistake. So I need to crush soul and level dex. Here is where there's a mistake. So save soul and level dex because I need that soul for
for buying, whose soul is this, by the way? This is, right, this is, the Abyss Watchers. Save soul, level dex. Okay, and then, where is it? Where is it? I wrote it. Bone, give ashes to grandma. Sell Watcher's soul. And that'll give me enough money. Buy 6 Titanite. Andre upgrade, max, Windblade, give coal, make sharp. Okay, perfect. So, we save that. Alright, chat. Sorry about that. That is a big improvement. How did I just enter the fight, by the way? I guess the buttons were overlapping. Oops. That was a mistake. There we go. Okay. So, we're gonna put on these twin blades now. Right. And so what does anyone know what level you can get your twin blades to with only regular Titanite? It's not gonna show me here. Because when I go to him and I go reinforced weapon, it just lets me upgrade as much as I want. Is the thing. Actually, you know what? I can figure it out. It takes 2 Titanite for +1, 4 for +2, so now we're at 6. 6 for +3. 6 more for +4, so we're at +4. That's the answer. +5 is 2 large, +6 is 4 large, +7 is 6 large, +8 is 2 chunks, +9 is 4 chunks. No, is this right? I think I'm wrong. You're pretty upbeat for a doldrum guy. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is usually. People with manic depression generally learn how to mask. They learn how to come off not sounding all the time like they have like manic depression. But you know, I definitely do. Yeah, man. Honestly, in my life, the most depressive people I've known are the most upbeat people I've known. Except when they're in like depressive episodes, then they're just annoying. And trust me, I can get annoying. All right. 6 for each type. Right. But that's, you know, Doldrum Dan. I'm internet issue. Okay. Go. All right. If you can hear me, say anything. If you can hear me, say anything at all. I just had to disconnect and reconnect the stream really fast. Hopefully I did it and all the links are the same. Anything. Okay. That's really awesome that quickly you heard me, honestly. I thought there'd be delay. Isn't Doldrum, like, bored? No, you know. Adam, I'm shocked you don't know. You know, in the Doldrums, you know, like the Doldrums of winter. Doldrums are like depression, depressive, sorrow, you know. Anything else is Hunter. Okay, so Twitch and Rumble are both working. They're both working really fast, actually. I'm shocked. Hold on 1 second. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I have a 0.1 second delay. That's wild. I have less delay now. I'm checking each stream real quick. Hunter, if you have a moment, could you check my YouTube and Kick streams? Just really quick. Check my YouTube. Okay, yeah, the Twitch is really nice. If you could type anything just in the chat and just check those to see like what the delay is like, I would really be appreciative. Because I had to disconnect and reconnect the stream. Moment, could you check my YouTube and Kick streams? Whoa, that's a lot better than usual, I think, but that might just be on my end. Whoa, that's a lot. I think I'm good, but I'm not 100%. Anyway, pretty sure Doldrums are like a sad, bored combo, which I guess is accurate to depression. Guess so. I grew up, my mom loved that word for some reason growing up. My mom loved the word, you know, doldrum or doldrums. My mom loved that. I don't know, I think there was, I think there's like a famous poem that uses it that my mom really liked. I just remember I'm using it a lot. In terms, Doldrum Dan is a horrible name, by the way, chat. I would change, if I could think of a better name that is marketable, I would in an instant. Okay, I hate the name. Uh, Hunter says, test. I see your test. Adam says, a period of stagnation or slump. Yeah, a period of depression or unhappy listlessness. Yep, that's correct. That is how I exist. A forever period of such. You can see where I got boredom from? Sure. Sure. Like a mix. Okay. Let me click the button here so you can see what I'm doing. We're back. I got really lucky, Chad. It's always hit or miss if you know, when I reconnect the streams, if everything breaks. It seems like everything worked out. This time, at least. But yeah, you know, an issue is most people seem to not know the word doldrum. Which was a shock to me. I guess, again, I grew up hearing it all the time because my mom loved it. But I realized it's just an uncommon word. And so I've had, you know, a million people be like, what does that mean? 17 seconds, says Hunter, till I saw it on the screen, but my internet isn't the best, so not... I think you're right, Hunter. It's probably 17. Shiu, hello, my friend. Shiu, it's in a bunch of storybooks. Yeah, I guess it's an older word. Shiu, listen, if I can grab you for a moment, if you have a moment of your time, because you've been around here for a while. Shiu, I start the move after stream. The move is going to go all of March, but it starts after stream, and I need to remember things that I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to make a list, right? So do you remember anything we spoke about? Adam already reminded us that I need to talk to the utility companies. We figured I need to do the internet companies. I'm going in, I need to find a school to learn Russian. I need to figure out trash pickup. I need to set up an air conditioner, heater. But Shihu, if you remember over the last few months, me talking at all about things I needed to do once I moved, please remind me. That's so funny. Wait, Adam says you're gonna start a restaurant, and Shihu immediately says a good restaurant. Need potatoes too. Yeah, I'm gonna start a restaurant, but not immediately. All right, that's like a plan. I need to be successful at streaming before that happens. That's like, and not very successful, by the way, because I can start a restaurant on just a little bit more per month than it costs for me to hire a full-time editor. I'm not even joking. So it's very cheap here to do that. But so that's like maybe in the summer thing, I'd get the restaurant going, probably August. Hunter with the test. Thank you for the test. But if you remember anything, Shihu, that I need to do, or you have any suggestions, please drop it in the chat. I'm freaking out right now, bro. I'm freaking out for like 80 different reasons. I'm very stressed. I'm like on no sleep because of the stress. Like last night, I had enough time to sleep. I had specifically set enough time to sleep because I knew today would be so important. And then I just couldn't. I couldn't sleep. Just the insomnia beat me up because I was just so messed up, man. Overall this. I can't remember anything now. No worries, Shihu. Well, if you do remember, drop it in the chat. I wish you good luck. Listen, that is more than enough, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Infuse weapon. Cell sword, no, yeah. Twin blade plus 4. Let's go sharp. Boom. Okay. 9 seconds here. That's not too bad. Listen, I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. Okay. Prithee, be careful. And then the final thing for me to do is this is something I haven't done before. I'm going to try and adjust my level down. 6 seconds after I just refreshed. Let's go. Okay, let's see how this works. See, it should be level 23 I'm going for. I think, if I remember right. Okay, status. 23 dex. Wow, it worked. And also I should have 0 vig at this point. I'm supposed to have no health at this point of the run. I think 11 is what I start off with. Down leveling in before crash. Do you think that'll cause a crash? Genuinely, that feels like the kind of thing that could. But okay. Some charcoal resin. Hello. Changing attributes is fine. I wouldn't be, I mean, Dark Souls 3 is famous for crashing. Okay, and now we practice Wolnir. Thank you for the test, Hunter. I appreciate you being thorough. I absolutely appreciate you.
Come on, my cable is stuck on my controller, man. Okay. Why am I holding my keyboard? Let me put this under the table. I accidentally turned off the microphone, chat. I have no idea how long it was off for there, but that was accidentally bumped into it, I guess, and turned it off at some point. I have no idea at the new place how this is gonna go. I don't know. I don't have a desk, and I don't think there's one at the new place. Okay, I need to write that down real quick. Chat, I think I'm going to be playing games and streaming on the floor, chat. I think my computers are going to be on the floor and I'm going to have to sit on the floor. That's not good. Okay, I need a desk. Let me take a note here. Figure out stream setup, how it will be. Maybe need to buy a desk. I just realized kitchen counter stream, literally, because I just realized everywhere I've ever lived in this country over the last decade, like anywhere I've rented just happened to have a desk I was able to use already in the place. But the house I'm renting now is empty. So I had to just realize, yeah, we might have kitchen counter gaming. Oh man, that'd be funny. My neighbors are gonna see through the window and really not understand. 25 seconds, I'll refresh and test again. Definitely refresh. I think that's on your end, Hunter. That can't be right. Adam, does it seem like there's a ton of delay right now? But okay, figure out stream setup, how to be, maybe need to buy a desk. Right? That note is now recorded. I think I'm having some internet issues today on the local side, like, because I can see like my Wi-Fi connection on my phone is giving me like 1 bar only, so I think something's going wrong. No, I saw the test pop up on screen in 3. Okay, wait, what? No, I saw the test pop up on screen in 3. Oh, I see. Okay, 3 seconds. I see what you mean. Okay, that's good then. Then it's just you, Hunter. All right. Here we go. This is about to be brutal, chat. I'm about to be brutalized. Oh, it's immediate. Okay, so... Heal. Okay. Well, this is going way better than it did on that other stream, he says before dying immediately. I can't get that close. Okay, that was unbelievably free. 25 to 7 seconds behind on my end, I guess. It must be your end, yeah. Because it can't be... Because when I just checked, it seemed fine. And Adam says it seemed fine. Okay, we first tried it. That seemed way easier than I expected it to be. I wonder why that is. Let me double check here. We're level 20. This all looks right. I think we should have 23 decks with the Abyss Watchers. Let's make us 20 decks just in case. I don't want to misunderstand the situation. Also, I mean, that was with normal stamina. That was with normal damage on. I didn't have any cheats on or anything there. I mean, this all looks... I would have more levels than this, honestly, by now, but... Am I using the right twin blades? I am. I mean, I guess that was really nice. I don't know. I didn't expect... Let's see if that was just luck, though. This is what I mean. I spent an hour and 15 minutes on this guy, and I knew... And I was like... Meanwhile, I've never not... And even 7.5 years ago, I always first tried Wolnir. And so I was like... When I spent an hour 15 on him the other day, I couldn't believe it. So maybe just my brain wasn't working. I don't even know. Okay, run back.
Okay, that's much worse RNG. Okay, this is much worse RNG. Now he's keeping me off. Yep. Charcoal might run out. Okay. Oh, tough. That could have been a hit. Bro. Don't fall for it. That's death. All right, chat. There's no way. There's no way it's this free. But then for some reason the other day I just couldn't do it. Like, you're kidding me. I gotta ask, people in the chat who've played Dark Souls 3, does this seem normal to you, or does it seem like I'm doing more damage than I should? Because I'm a little worried that is this... It might just be the charcoal pine resin and I had run out of it. I threw the first couple times and then I had run out of it, so I didn't realize. Okay, so I run... It seems very normal, but I use a big sword for this. Like, I mean, look at that, bro. Like, this is a speed run. Like, look at that, bro. That feels like too much damage. That feels like I'm doing too much damage. I mean, do I really need if it's that easy, do I really need to practice? Also, can I just jump off the side? I never knew that. It seems normal, but I use a big sword for this. I don't need to really practice if it's that easy. I feel like there's something wrong here, chat. I'm doing way more damage than I was on the actual run. I mean, we're fully upgrading the swords. That's a difference. With Titanite, that is small Titanite. We have the Grass Crest. We'll have the Cardless Blood Ring. We'll have the Charcoal Pine Resin. I don't know. Wolnir is easy until he just does something random and you just can't reach his other hand, literally. So if he just RNGs us and then we don't get the Charcoal Pine Resin, because I think that damage... Like, let me look at this without Charcoal Pine Resin. I think that's the difference maker, is that I had run out of Charcoal Pine Resin. Or I was maybe afraid to use it because I'm an idiot. Let's see. That might have been the difference maker. I'm going to just not use Charcoal Pine Resin this time. Also, I want to try jumping off the edge at the end because I'm curious if that'll kill me. Yep, okay, so that charcoal meant I instantly killed him. That took an extra hit. Okay. Dead? That would have killed me. That right there was death. I died. Yeah, okay. So without the charcoal pine resin, you could easily see how I could throw. Oh, and I'm dead. See? That's death. He just killed me twice, chat. This is the point. He just, like, that kills me. Still feels like I'm doing way more damage here. Okay, can I jump off the edge here? Let's see. No, there's an invisible wall. Okay, that's nice. That's good to know. I was afraid I was going to get yeeted off a couple times. All right, let's try that again. No resin. Because we need to be prepared for that worst case scenario, and we don't want to end up stuck on him for an hour and a half because we weren't prepared for running out of resin. So it's just, what killed me each of those times was I got too close to his body. Okay, that time I instantly killed him. Okay. Die. Okay, I'm so dead here. Also, if he decided to just like spit darkness right there, I would have died. And he's dead. I mean, like, why did it take me an hour and a half to kill him? I have so much more. It was taking like 10 hits per bracelet is the thing. The other day. We're doing way more damage. It has to be the upgrades, but all right, very well. In that case, let's go to Yorm, I guess. Let's pick up a storm ruler real quick. I could just, there'll be one in the arena, right? Even in this. Let's see. What just happened? What did I click? I must have clicked reselect last boss without, just as like a, yeah, oops. My bad. All right. Yorm. Help Sigward off? What? Okay. I don't see a storm ruler over there. I'm not seeing a storm ruler. Well. Ow. Where's my storm ruler, bro? I guess we gotta spawn one in. Kinda strange that it wouldn't have that as an option. We'll just grab it over here. All right, Grandma. Weapons. Storm ruler is, I mean, is it technically a ranged weapon? Kind of is. Is it an Eastern or a Western sword? Anyone know? Oh, this is gonna be so annoying to find. Do you see it? Is it, anyone seeing the sword? Okay, it must be Western and I'm just stupid. Storm ruler. Chat, tell me if you see it and I'm blind. Do you see storm ruler? There it is.
Ashen 1.
Okay. Storm ruler. Reset. Reselect. All right, here we go. Speedrun with crow quills? I wish. Crow quills are sick. Unfortunately, can you imagine the speedrun? I have to go all the way to get the crow quills in the DLC before the speedrun starts. I mean, people do that kind of stuff where they like cheat in a weapon and do like speedrun with this or that just for fun. I could do that. I mean, not for what we're doing now, but like in general. What's the most stylish weapon in DS3? I mean, it might straight up be the crow quills, right? It has to be the crow quill. No? Okay, let's see if I remember the strategy. Getting up, hit him. Down. There we go. What do you rank Demon Scar? Did I say that out loud or did you read my mind? Because in my mind I said Demon Scar. But I was like, did I say that out loud? Okay, this is the issue, is that it's hitless. I read your mind. All right, that must be Demon Scar is pretty high out there. Okay, so this is the issue with the Yorm fight, is it has to be hitless, and that's why this took us 45 minutes. Because as you saw, chat, that killed me. So I could change. Oh, game crashed. Little game crasharoo. I could change the order here to guarantee what just happened doesn't happen. Basically, I could make Yorm later so we can survive a hit. That's my thought. No, because... Hold on. Classic indeed. Let's take a look together, alright? So, Yorm is... Let's see. Boo, 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 boo. Deacons. Okay. Here. Yorm is here. It goes Yorm, and then I do Pontiff. And then I do Aldrich, right? It goes Pontiff, then... 44 Dex and Orlando. I don't need 44 Dex here. Well, no, that's after Aldrich, though, so it's like, who cares? I could just wait to level up. Is what I'm seeing here. I could spend this money. I could get to Aldrich. Hold on. I could get to Orlando. Like, I could... I'm just thinking, chat. I'm just thinking. If I know what level Vig I'm supposed to get to, I could focus on that. Because Aldrich is a free kill. But I'm supposed to have 44 by Dancer is the thing. So the question is, how much vigor will I have by Dancer? That is the question. That's what I can level my vigor to. Because we don't need Dex levels until Dancer. So okay, here's what we have to do, chat. I have to go back and look at a VOD. We have to look at our VOD from the speedrun the other day. And then we have to find what level vigor we got up to. After we had 44 Dex. So by Dancer, so let's give it a look. On 29? There's no way you remember that. You might be correct. I think 29 is the max amount, though. That's the amount of... I think that's the amount of Vig we had for Solo Cinder. Maybe you're right. I think that's the amount we had for Solo Cinder. I'm talking of before Dancer. Because we get 44 Dex before Aldrich, and then after Aldrich, everything is going into Vig. So the question is, how many levels of Vig does just killing Aldrich get us? That's really what it means at this point. Speedrun practice. Speedrun. Making a wild guess with faint memory. I think you're remembering Soul of Cinder. Not busy today. I feel like the homie is busy. Is this it? When we're doing cooking streams as well here, you will see me make a meatball sub that will change your life. You make it too, bro. I can't. And I am not a sub. Okay, it is this. Okay, so now we're close. Hold on. Let me just get right up to where was Dancer? We got stuck. This is when we got stuck on Dragon Slayer armor forever. Before learning him. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. $137.30. Is this... Okay, by this point we had leveled up. I see. Sorry about that. Hold on. Okay, this looks right. Yes. All right, let's see. Level up. 17 Vig. That's what we were able to get to. 17 Vig. And if I remember right, hold on, let's look exactly. No, this was correct. Now, in the actual run, we might be a little higher because I remember we took a death and lost a little bit of souls. But I think 17 is right. And then let's see if I go in with that. Let me just make sure. Also, in the real run, I will... no, I'll just find the levels. Start the fight. Yes, okay. Very good. Bad news, Grandma. All right, 17. Let's see if I can survive a hit from Yorm if I have 17 levels. So, I'll open up Silky Souls. Make my Vig 17. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, man. My bad. Okay. And if I had 17 Vig... Yeah, and then I would have a ton of dex, but I don't think that's going to affect Storm Ruler's Ash of War. All right. Moment of truth. I hope this works. So, I'm going to play this normally, and then... at the end, when you get hit for the last, hit on it, or hit on potentially. Okay, there we go. I tried to dodge. Haven't had him do that. Okay, that was an opening. I missed it. Bro, what? I just got robbed. I got robbed there, chat. Okay. Now let's let him hit me. Yep, I can survive. Okay, that's huge. Yeah, I think that's the game changer. I think Yorm is free if we can survive a hit. So, okay. I am now going to change. Now, the problem is, if I'm missing something here, this will ruin the run. Like, this will be the end of the run if I'm missing something here. But I am going to shift around the order of bosses we do. Let's see. Chat, this is going to take a little bit of brain power here because brain bad, brain horribly, horribly bad. Also, what in the world did I just do? Control Z. Redo typing. Sell Watcher's Soul, buy 6 Titanite. Yep, it deleted the whole line. That's cool, man. What was the number, by the way? Did I get it? Unfortunately, the number was 17. I am afraid. I think I just deleted something, man. Close without saving. Let's hope I saved last time I wrote something. Let's find out. Or did I just mess myself up? Desktop. Where's my DS3 guide? Find out. It'll say Watcher's Soul. Save soul and level dex. Okay, sell Watcher's Soul. Okay, this is good. All right. So now what we have to do, chat, is we have to... Wait, why is it on game capture right now? Bro. There, sorry. What we have to do is change the route, basically. Because we are going to do Yorm later. Because Yorm has a tendency to get one hit on me. And I'd rather not have to do him hitless. And at 17 vigor, we can survive 1 hit. Now, to get 17 vig, that means Aldrich. Okay, so hold on. So, what are the last boss fight before him that I have right now? Let's find out. Control F. Yorm. Okay. This is where we have up to now. So before him, blah, 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 blah. Deacons. We fight Deacons. We AI break Watchers, so that's not a real fight. So after Deacons, we can start leveling Vig, I think, right? Because we kill Wolnir, we kill Deacons. Start leveling Vig. Then who? No, well, Pontiff is the issue. We really don't want to have to... Ooh. We need the damage for Pontiff. We should have... Ooh. We do want the damage for Pontiff, though. I don't want to start leveling Vig until then. Is the thing. Turn Ashes off platform up to Anarlondo. Drop down side. Anarlondo. Hold on, chat. I gotta think about this through. Outside on Nut Corner, Spook, out the roll and landing, right through door to open, cage on wall, Xanthus Ashes, back out, downstairs. Rest at Profane Capital Bonfilet. Okay. Then... Spook to drop down, run past fire shooters, kill Yorm, port Firelink. Dex as close to 44 as possible. So the issue is that I'm supposed to kill Yorm, and that's how I get the money to have enough Dex to kill Pontiff. Oh no. Okay, so I can't do this. JNGCN, thank you so much for the follow. We're figuring out our speedrun round here. I can't do this. I need to kill Yorm so I have enough Dex, right, for Pontiff. Am I wrong? I say Dex as close to 44 as possible, but honestly, I think I could probably... Maybe I only need to be 33 Dex for Pontiff. If I can do Pontiff consistently at 33 Dex, then I think I'm fine. Let's find out. Let me make myself 33 Dex here. Dex 33, because that's what I'll be at already, guaranteed. And well, let's see if we can just hitless him, right? Put this to the side. Let's check out Pontiff real quick, folks. Get rid of this, get rid of that. We would definitely have +4 twin blades. We would have more than that. What would we have? Have we already gotten our large Titanite by this point? Let me look at Pontiff real quick. No, you do Pontiff before large, so you are at just +4. Pontiff has pine resin, though. Like this. Hold on a second, chat. And by here, you've killed Deacons. And you've got the Pontiff's right eye. You got the Lloyd's Sword Ring for sure. Because Deacons means you have that. Okay, so then this is the build. Let's go see how we do against Pontiff, huh? So Pontiff is pine resin, parry, 2 slashes, parry, kill. Get behind him, kill. All right. Do this. Okay. 2 hand. Get ready for me to get up. 1, 2. Very unfortunate. Why is it not letting me parry? Okay, it wasn't letting me use the thing. Okay, that was... He gave the wrong move, but he should not have given the wrong move. Why is it not letting me do it, man? Oh, I'm out of stam like an idiot. Hold on. I'm not going to exactly count this run because I kind of boneheaded it. Get away. Okay. Let's reset. Let's call that a wash right there. Because several things went wrong. I couldn't find the video, but I did look. If you use the ladder smith, lay flat, you're invincible between some altars at the head of the church. People have said that. Although I don't know how that helps me, but people have said that. Maybe it was you who said that. I think it was you. Okay, chat. My controller just had some ghost inputs there where it pressed a bunch of buttons that I did not press. That's always scary. At least when we're living in the capital, if my controller breaks, I need a new one. I could get one pretty instantaneously. Okay, this time for real. Yeah, it doesn't help unless making a funny clip or something. All right, here we go. I didn't have the shield out for some reason, bro. Why didn't I have the shield out? Oh, dude, I think I'm missing inputs. I think my controller is straight up... I think my controller is messed up, chat. I mean, I know my controller's messed up. We know that this controller misses inputs. We learned that a while ago. But we're using it because my only other option is like a horrible nightmare. Yeah, it's just not letting me hit buttons, chat. Oh, boy. That's bad. The L2 button. Come on. There we go. I need to really press it down. This run doesn't count either, by the way. Yeah, it doesn't help with me. Actually, that'd be a funny thing to do when you have to BRB. This run does not count. Reduce 3 drops a frame any bugs during that frame are lost. And this is the nightmare if this happens, which is that I actually two-hand the shield. By the way, Adam, are you seeing pixelation on your end during the... I'm not actually, I'm just... I could just put out, but I don't want to redo my my settings, which is why I'm just doing that. There we go. Adam, are you seeing any pixelation? I'm curious. You shouldn't be, but are you? On my replay cam, I'm not seeing it. All right. Can we get an actual run now where something weird does, you know, where I don't lose inputs? But it's not Dark Souls 3. This controller misses inputs. I saw that across games. I remember that this controller was used by someone for like a year and a half, and we bought it used. Because there was no other option, really. Because our old PlayStation 4 controller totally broke. Okay, let's try. Hopefully this time get it actually right. All right, well then that's on you. Okay. I need to really press down L2 really hard so that it doesn't do that again. There we go. On-two hand. Oh. Well, you saw it. Again, it two-handed the shield, chat. Okay, how do I actually unset that as a button, chat? Because that griefed me in the actual run as well. There we go. Okay. Can I unset two-handing my left hand? Like, can I unset that as a keybind from holding down Y? Because that happened to me, and that griefed us on the actual speedrun. Let's see. System. I don't know where it would be. Here? No. Defaults is not it, I guess. Key binding? Walk, run, dash, backstep, jump. Okay, so it's not here. Is there not another key binding, chat? Does anyone know? Is there a way to remove that as a keybind? There's no way. Is this really the only key bindings you can do are for walk, run? Like, what about attack? You're saying you can't set a keybind for attack? Oh, I'm an idiot. DS3 settings are for babies? Well, I didn't realize you could just move over. Tilt camera. Switch spells. Switch right hand weapon. Switch left hand. Two-hand weapon. Dude. There's only one two-hand weapon button. Oh, dude. That is so annoying. There's no long press Y. It's just two-hand is Y. Because they're not separate buttons for the this is something that Elden Ring fixed, where they made them separate buttons. Okay, nothing I can do about that then. All right, I just have to be really careful. Like I said, for babies. If you mean bad, then yes. All right, I just need to be really careful. Okay. Can I get one real fight in? So I can test what I'm trying to test? Alright, we run. We blossom. We run. Like, they don't trust you to customize stuff? Seems that way. Okay, boom. Light press. 1, 2. Boom. Light press. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get away. Go in. I'm an idiot. I missed my chance. That was death for him. There we go. Okay, so 33 dex is enough, clearly. If we actually play right. Because he shouldn't have a chance to hit us. It is something called function 2 that was set to Y, though. Function 2. Wait, what? I mean, it had two-hand for Y. But the issue is, look, here's the issue. I press W, thank you, Adam. I press two-hand, it two-hands, right? Now I'm pressing the same button. Watch what happens. It two-hand the other. If you hold it for a microsecond too long, it'll two-hand the wrong weapon. And that's what happened. Let's try that again to make sure it's not a fluke. Chat, I'm so out of it. We run up. Blossom. We run up. Resin. We get ready to slam down L2. missed. We missed again. That's over. All right. Let's try it anyway. 1, 2. I missed again. Yeah. Tough. I need to be cleaner. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you back up. Wait the explosion. You get in. 1, 2. I love stored inputs. I love stored inputs. Okay. We'll get it next time. I only get 1 pine resin for this, really. Is the thing. Or I get 2. I don't have to... I'd rather... I get 1 pine resin for this, and 1 I'm supposed to use against Dragon Slayer armor. I assume I'll die to Dragon Slayer armor a couple times, so I'm less interested in using the pine resin for that. So, this is where I'll use it. So basically, against Pontiff, I get 2 attempts. That's it. I run up. At the second pew, I'll use this. I run up. At the 4th pew, I'll use this. I'm going to write that down, by the way. 2nd pew, 4th pew. Okay. Light tap. Go behind. 1, 2. Light tap. He does the wrong move. I wonder what dictates that he did that. Like, what dictates that he did that other move? Bro. And then I was out of stamina. Does anyone know what Pontiff is? What do you mean by that? I've watched every lore video that exists on Dark Souls 3. Do I remember them? No. I mean, he's the usurper, right? Hannah Orlando and all of that. He's like mega evil. Vort. Dancer. The Outrider Knights. They are his experiments, basically. We turn into those beings. You can see Dancer walking through her ghost. If you walk through Irithyll, you'll see her ghost walking around. No, Pontiff is a position. Oh, you didn't mean the character. Yeah. Why would anyone need to look that up? I don't think... Is there anyone in the chat who doesn't know what a Pontiff is? I guess some of the people who live in non-Christian countries. Is that... No, I mean, that's a... Everyone knows that word, surely. Is that like an old word? See, I wouldn't know. But it's just... That's definitely a word I've known my entire life. But structurally, I don't know what their responsibilities are. A pontiff? A pontiff is like a church leader, isn't it? It's like below I know it's not the same structure, but it's almost... A pontiff is like a cardinal. Right? It's something like that. Okay. Now, what does a cardinal do? What is the church structure? I don't know. I just know, like, they are in charge of, you know... It's like a regional priest, basically. In charge of a region. So is it an Orthodox thing? I think so. I think so, yes. Oh, shit. Hold on. I have something stuck in my eye. I'm dying. Am I about to be killed? I hear them walking. Are they in... Did they make them invisible? I don't know. Who knows? Cardinal's in charge of several churches in a region, yeah. So I'm pretty sure a pontiff is like basically like that, but it'd probably be a bit more, but I think it's basically that. 1, 2. I forgot to write this down, by the way. 2nd pew, and then 4th pew, we do this one. Okay. There we go. Light tap. 1, 2. Light tap. kidding. I don't think he can parry that stab. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, chat. I'm doing something wrong because it should be scripted, but he's giving me a different move. That's why I'm getting hit here. It should be scripted what move he does after my first parry. I don't know what is causing him to do other things. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, straight up. So I keep getting hit and this keeps going off the rails because he keeps doing something different. He keeps doing the wrong attack. And I don't know, what am I doing that is breaking the script? Hold on 1 second, chat. Okay, let me add to the script though. The Cardinals and Chargers. Oh wait, what? Your message reappeared in front of my multi-chat as if you had just sent it. How strange. Okay, hold on, folks. Let me add my new notes here. Okay, Pontiff. Green Blossom at second. Pew. I'm probably spelling pew wrong. Pine Resin at fourth. And save. So looking up, it seems like an archaic term for bishop, but it's confusing because it also applies to the Pope. Is the Pope the Pontiff? I think this context, Pontiff means leader of the religion. Pontiff is the Pope in this game for sure. No, he isn't, because... Okay, Aldrich is like a, is more like a prophet. A deity. To the church. The deacons... I mean, the thing is, Pontiff Sullivan, basically, he chose that title himself. Right? He took over. But he is worshipped. I don't know. The Pope is the bishop of some technically. I don't know nothing. That's what I think. I ain't know nothing. The Pope is the bishop of Rome technically. All right. Let's see if we get this right. So it's supposed to be 1, 2. Hit him here. Light press. Get behind him. 1, 2. Okay, see, that time he gave me the right move, but I messed up. And then I'm dead. Okay, so... Okay, that's a grab. First time I've ever been grabbed by him in my entire life. So this time he gave me the right move, by the way, chat. I just was bad. I'm trying to see what I feel like I can probably parry everything he does if I time it right. That's why I'm just spamming. I just had a missed input, by the way. Alright, so once I get the parry off, he's dead, obviously, but I wouldn't have made it that far. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I back up. I get behind him. He does that. I can go in. I get hit. That's okay. See, this would be nice because he'd be trapped against the wall. At some point, Emperor took Pontiff as a title. He didn't say title. Pontifex. Ooh. Oh. Very cool. Yeah, that time I should have had it, chat. That was just me being bad. I don't need to be practicing this boss fight, by the way, chat. We have this boss fight down. We're just kind of throwing like a moron right now. This was not on the list of things to practice for the day. I mean, it doesn't hurt, don't get me wrong. Okay, so we run and hit that. Run and hit that. Run and... Really, that was early? It's okay. We recovered. Nice. 1, 2. I missed it again, man. That was what I had to hit. That's a shame. We were so consistent. I don't know what has gone wrong here. With our brain. Our brain is broken. Again and again until it's consistent. We were super consistent at this, so I don't know why. But I mean, this is one of those things. It's like we ended up fighting Wolnir for an hour and a half because our brain just sometimes malfunctions. And it just keeps malfunctioning in a very specific way. So annoying. You can hear him walking, but there's no one behind me. Okay. Okay. 1, 2. It's not letting me onto a hand. Okay, so this is all wrong now. Also, look at this. You see that? It like buffered the 2-hand. Let me... Okay, that was awesome. Well, this run is just... I don't know. I'm kind of worried about this controller chat. Just that easy. I'm kind of worried about this controller. It was not letting me unto him. And so, that was looking really nice, and then all of a sudden, it was just like, nope. Oh, if this happens in the actual speedrun, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, we run up, we go boom. We run up, we go boom. Oh, I almost just made a big mistake. What? I've never had that happen before. What just happened, chat? I got to him way too quick. He didn't do his normal open. Everyone just learned keyboard on the fly. I don't know what just happened. 1, 2. I've never had him do that, chat. He's supposed to do that same opener every time, and he didn't. Very strange. And this is how it's going to be, of course, in the day of the run, because why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. Get behind him. Loads. Go out. 1, 2. Okay, so I think what caused that to happen just now, which we've never seen before, is I got to him way too quickly. So I need to be careful just to walk up to him. I need to not be running. Because if I run to him, that's what's going to happen. All right, well, that's important to know. I didn't know that. I did not know that. So I run and I go green blossom, and I run and I go pine resin, and then I walk. Yeah. Get him. Good voice actor is so cool, by the way. 1, 2. You really can't parry that. I don't know what is wrong with it that I can't get the parry timing. I mean, he's a fantastic voice actor, that's for sure. Egon has a great voice. I think he's worked in a lot of Soul stuff. Probably. Bro, my brain is melted right now, chat. My brain is absolutely melted. And we're just having the most strange situations right now. I didn't even expect to be practicing this guy at all, but here we are. Because this guy we're supposed to have down. Also, I think I did that wrong. That's okay, whatever. Oh, don't run. That's right. Be patient. And... well. Okay. We got the recovery at least. 1, 2. Can't parry that. Okay, so you can't parry the stab. That's just the... that's just what it is. You can't parry. You can't parry anything with the purple. It must be that. Like, if the purple sword is involved, you can't parry it. Like, that slash had the purple sword involved. I just don't understand why. Makes some sense to me. And if you just corner him, you can just kind of wail on him, I assume. I don't even know, chat. We just cannot get this down. This was my most consistent boss of all of the bosses, and all of a sudden it's just impossible for us. Either something weird happens, or even if we do get it. Oh, okay. Hold on, chat. Your boy needs a moment. I need to run to the bathroom. Hit the BRB. There we go. Over there. All right, I'll be right back, folks. Real quick.
All right. I'm not back yet. Hold on. Let me throw on. Here. Gloves and disinfectant. Ladies and gentlemen, gloves and disinfectant. That is something I need to put on the list. I need to make sure I stock my house with. On point 22. Get throwaway gloves and disinfectant. For cat-related incidents. This is one of those things. I've had a cat now for years, right? She's never once gone to the bathroom in the house. Not one time. Never. In her entire life. She only goes outside. And so... But she's going to be trapped indoors, right? I'm going to lock her inside. I'm not going to let her out because I'm, you know, in a new area. She'll just... If I let her out, she'll never come back because she'll try and get back to her home she's known her whole life, and which is across the country, so I'll never see her again. So I have to keep her locked inside at least for like a couple weeks at the minimum, if not much more. And so, just get a VR for your cat. Yes, that's now we're thinking. Now we're cooking. Anyway, so unfortunately. You know what? Let me add this. I need a cat carrier, like a crate that I can carry so I can take her around the neighborhood and go on a walk with her every day so she gets used to the surroundings. Because I can't hold her and do that because she will freak out, right? Because it's like I'm imprisoning her. So if I just hold her and carry her, even though she is the most respectful cat who's never once, you know, gone feral on me, if I'm holding her in prison for a month, at a point she's going to freak out on me, and so I can't be carrying her outside because she'll want to get free. So I need to have her in a carrier. So hit OK. Buy cat carrier kennel thingy. I can walk around neighborhood with. Yeah, that is crucial. Then I can walk around each day safely. She's probably going to be yelling the whole time. My neighbor... By the way, my new neighbors, they're going to be like, what is wrong with this guy? You know, he walks his cat in a thing every day. My dog is extremely lazy, but goes to sleep and runs a ton in his dreams. He gets most of the exercise asleep. He'd love VR. I mean, he already has it, clearly. That's fantastic. Water. I don't need the headphones on for this, man. Okay. Reset first. Reselect. All right, let's lock in now. Let's lock in, folks. Let me get the mouse back. Game capture. Go. Will he react if I just stand still? Let's look. Doesn't seem that way. Seems I get infinite time if I'm like inside of here and need to escape the guys outside. All right, that's not too bad. All right, here we go. Second pew. I hit this. Oh, missed the button input. That's on me. All right. Don't run. It's really tempting to run and get impatient. 1, 2. Okay, see that time I just and now I'm dead. That time I didn't have the time. His attack went out way too early. Interesting. So let me parry that.
happened wrong that time? That time, I guess he was extremely quick. That was the quickest he's been. I just wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready. I mean, this is all this is coming down to is for some reason I've no longer can get the second parry and I need to just get that back down. Tomorrow we're doing a real speed run, like an actual genuine one. So like, I want to have this down, obviously. Get the blossom. Get the resin. Walk. Okay. Light press the button on two hands. 1, 2. Why is he giving me the wrong move, though? I mean, at least we've kind of learned some of his parries when we recovered there, but like, why did I get the wrong move? 1, 2, 3, 4. Go out. Go in. 1, 2. We recovered there because we've learned his parries a little bit more, so that would have been a successful kill. But like, why didn't he do the scripted move? But this is good. Learning his moves means that I don't get killed and I can just recover. I don't know what is causing him to sometimes not do the right move. Try it again. If I can get it a few times in a row, I'll feel confident. Chat, I am so stressed. It's palpable. I can feel it in my chest, all through my body. I feel like I'm in the state I could easily just like, this is probably what all of my forefathers felt right before they've had their many heart attacks that killed them by age like 30. Lamau! Gotcha. Light press, behind, 1, 2. Like, that was way too quick. And I'm dead. He just, like, there was no time for that. I hate how that unlocks. I wonder what causes him to, like, do this. It has to be elevation. Like, it has to be that, it has to be he's on the stairs and the elevation is causing him to just like move way faster. That's a little bit. This is wild. It just, I went from so consistent to this. I genuinely don't understand it. Is it the stress? Like, what is the difference here with my brain that is leading to this? Is it my lack of focus because my brain is just going and going and going about other things? Maybe. Oh, maybe. Who can say? We'll definitely know tomorrow if we get stuck on him. It'll be very annoying because we run out of pine resin immediately. That happens. So, I missed the hit that I needed. Bro, what is happening? I missed so many hits there, chat. Yeah, I mean, he should have been dead already. That was a very... I've never missed it. Have some of the stuff that can stay creatine. You're very pro creatine. You suggested it before. Do you take creatine, Adam? You act like everyone just has piles of creatine. Like, oh, creatine. Of course I have creatine. I mean, I do have creatine, but that's besides the point. All right. You think taking creatine before the run will help? It does help your brain. So it's not a bad suggestion at all. You're very pro sleep. True, that's true. You know what? That's a good criticism. All right, I take that. I take that. Before the run, I should take creatine. Okay, you're kidding. That's right. Can't parry the purple. That wasn't purple. Please don't purple. Bro, stop angling him. He just doesn't want to stand straight up against me, so I can't parry anything he's doing. Is it? Really? Sleep deprived brain? I give up on this run. I don't even know where he is, chat. I'm like inside of he got me stuck in a pillar. Look, I'm inside of a statue or something. That would suck in a real run to just get it stuck inside of a statue. Of course, if that's happened, I've already died. I've never heard that before, Adam. That's sick. That's really good to know. I should be taking it every day then, honestly. I mean, I should anyway, but that's a different thing. Let me turn one shot off so I don't accidentally... Okay. I always bring it up because you're always like half mad screaming from the bell tower on no sleep. Yeah, I need sleep, bro. I need to stop. The issue is my sleep is always inconsistent, right? But 1, 2, 3. That's unfortunate how that happened. Oh, we still got it. He's on the stairs, which might make this act weird, but it should be fine. Really? I was sure that would kill him. Alright, that R1 wasn't enough. I mean, yeah, it's like, the issue with I have terrible insomnia. When I was younger, it was much worse. When I was younger, I'd be awake for days and days. And I wouldn't be able to sleep for 3 days at a time. I'd go 3 days no sleep, 1 day, you know, I'd sleep. On and off. They tried me on a million different medications. All of the medications would work at first. But then I would immediately build a tolerance to them and they would stop working completely, like within about a week. And then after taking the medications, I would go through a even worse no sleep phase for even longer. And so it was determined I couldn't, you know, like we got to a level of medications required to fix my insomnia where the psychiatrist was like, we're going into a territory, well, this will like mess you up. And so in the end, we learned to try other things. We learned to just kind of live with it. And that was like, I'd say that was when I was like going through the peak of puberty, right? And then since then in my life, it went down and down and it's been not like that at all, right? That was when I was, you know, a young teenager. But nowadays, I still have insomnia and sometimes it acts up, but not as bad as then, of course. But the issue with the way my insomnia works these days, did I ever describe you? I wish, bro. If only. Ugh, if only. Anyway, these days, the way it works is, I'll have to get less sleep for work, less sleep for some responsibility, whatever. Next day, I'll be like, all right, I have 8 hours to sleep. I'll get into my bed. I'll have 8 full hours, and then I can't sleep. It's like I can only sleep properly if I have something I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I'll give you an example. If I have work, if I know I have work, I have to go to my job, I could lie down and sleep 8 hours if I wanted to in that moment. You know? But whenever I'm completely free to actually sleep as much as I want, 9 out of 10 times, I will only get 4 hours, like, max. So, like, that's what happened last night. I was so stressed, I got 4 hours max. Rarely, though, like, 1 in 10 times, I'll get a full night's sleep. Something is rough, though. There's really no easy solution. Everyone in my family has it. I remember growing up, I knew it wasn't normal. But, like, my parents both would be up all night, every night. And they just like, yeah. Even to this day, my mom is so funny. My mom, I don't know how my mom does it. My mom has never taken medication for it. My mom is up until every night, like until 3, 4 in the morning. And then my mom will wake up at like 6, 7 in the morning and go to work. And that's it. And they're normal. They're fine. They have no issues. They're not falling asleep. They get like a few hours of sleep a night and they operate fine. And my mom has always been like that. And I don't comprehend how they're like that, how it works. It doesn't make sense to me. I wish I had that ability, you know? I wish. And it's not like, oh, wow, that's very useful. They get more done. That's definitely not the case. Because when they're up at night, they're not doing anything productive. Because they can't focus. Again, I missed it. Why can you not parry the... Okay, I need to look this up. On what you can and can't. Like, face me, bro. I need to... There we go. This is crazy. Kindergarten teacher that gave me no time stickers. Alright, let's not talk about horrific things in the channel. That's not the body. I'm genuinely, I don't understand. Hold on, chat. Grab the keyboard. Pick it up. Let me look up. Harry Pontiff Sol Van. Ultimate Parry Guide. Pontiff Solvin. All right, here we go. And there you are. Check it out. Full info and description. Okay. Need to know stuff. These are Cestus parry timings. 9 out of 10 of them work with small shield too. During phase 1, after a post done with small, medium shields, not hammers, Sully gets up 90% of the time, continues with only 2 types of attacks. Okay, I know that. Bro, this, whoever, like, thank you for this guide, but the way you wrote this makes me want to jump. Alright, we'll watch the video because their guide that they wrote is just unbelievable. Video's making me feel like trash, as it should. If it's good, you tell me if I just sit down, I dodge his combo. Sit down, that's funny. Because of rap lyrics, I do, yes. Venice, great weak MCs, can't stop the flow. What was it? Get something like Alphonse Capone. What is the song? Hold on, now I gotta look it up because it's gonna kill me. I gotta look up the bar. Why would it full screen immediately? And then on Windows 11, for some reason, you can't like unfull screen without clicking the button. Hold on, I gotta... Why? Bro, why is it in Russian? Why does it think I'm in... Hold on, chat. Hold on a second, chat. Go on. Sorry, chat. Something concerning here. So what just happened is my home address just popped up on screen. Windows 11's incredible. Y'all didn't see it. It was on my other monitor. But it's like... What? And I'm looking for a way to disable how that just happened, and apparently there is none. That's what I'm seeing here. There's no way to disable it. Literally, when I look up, I find other streamers talking about it. And they're like, yeah, I mean, that's, you know, Windows 11. Unbelievable, chat. I think they should be jailed. The people who genuinely, you know, they should be that term we were talking about. Very annoying. Very annoying. Well, what can you do? Anyway, the rap bar is... The message had a special way of reaching me, like Dennis Quaid in Frequency, a featherweight, defenestrating, weak MCs, can't stop the flow, run taps on your phones, I scan blocks for dough like Alphonse Capone. And he says, it's the fatuous hooligan acting a fool with it, leave a young blood laying on his back in a pool of it. That's the lines. I couldn't remember that for some reason. Anyway. But also I agree, throw them out of the window. I just, like, privacy just doesn't exist. I mean, you know, shocker. And I'm a paranoid person, as everyone who watches me knows. Very paranoid. I mean, forget about this, like, streaming. Even if I didn't stream, if I see my address pop up on a website, I'm very upset. I hate that stuff. I hate it. Like, I hate that stuff so much, man. Okay. Get the first parry. Backhand can get a parry. The VPN didn't help me. That's why I freaked out just now. I have a VPN. It does not matter. It's still accurately, it bypassed it. No video on screen, by the way. I see. It bypassed my VPN. I even have my system time to my VPN time in America. But a lot of stuff, because of how Windows 11 works, it bypasses your VPN for a lot of stuff. Very upsettingly. It's just, it's made to make sure that, like, it can sell you products, it can sell your data of anything you do and send it back. It's just, it's so evil, man. It's so evil, dude. By the way, here's the thing. You see this? Watch. This is what you're talking about, Adam. I mean, this is one of the things. I assume. Big combo. He does the post. And he takes a seat. Have a drink. And then he keeps up. Okay. The no-look parry is wild. So basically, this is a script he has. Oh my god. This is sick. He has his own script. This is his script. Like it's Yorn or something. 170. I mean, this is like a level of unbelievable. Dodge to left. I guess this is a script, so I guess I could study this video and have the most impressive kill anyone's ever had. I failed parry. No, I should downvote now. I can't believe it. Sword shot. Okay, behind the back parry. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this. Dodge the last one. It's easier to just like instant kill. Look at that double parry. It's easier to just do the like instant kill shit at this point. What is the point of learning this level? I guess he wanted to show off the hardest way to do this. I mean, it's impressive. I'm not gonna say it's not. Failed to parry. Can't believe this guy. Behind the back. That is sick. Wait, come on. I have not seen him parry. I think you can't parry. Maybe I'm wrong. Constantly press right and parry. He acts like this is gonna be exactly what happens to you. I don't think so. Like, it's just unnecessary. Thank you for watching. Okay. All right. I'll give it to you. That didn't help me at all with what I was trying to learn, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I hate how this guy calls him Sully in his description, but I'll give it to him. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right, we got to get good. That's what that means to me. In essence, get good. That's what that video was. Be better. Oh, Lord Almighty. Give me the strength. What I just said was not a prayer for me to beat a boss in a video game. It was just... That was more in relation to how tired and out of it I am, and that I have a very big night ahead. Rediscovering some of the trillion other things. 1, 2. You're kidding me. I'm just gonna start quitting out. Just so this goes quicker. Nib says loud noises. What are loud noises? Are you saying the game is too loud? No one has complained about that yet. Can anyone concur? Is the game too loud? I mean, look at the volume level. I'm on 4. Is that... Huh? Nibs, you just said loud noises. What are you talking about? Are you okay? You just came in the chat and you go, loud noises, huh? Ha. How are you, man? You good, bro? Are you on like a serious delay or something? You good? What kind of delay do you got? I'm doing fine overall. I'm seriously stressed out. Today is the first day of the move. Yeah, it drowns out your voice pretty massively. Can anyone else agree with that? Because no one, all streamed, no one has said that. Anyone else in chat can I get some confirmation? Because I've been having conversations with people this entire time. I feel like somebody would have mentioned that while we were talking to them. Yeah, I know, but I've been in the battle consistently. Let's try it again just to see. We run up. Take the green. Resin. We hit that. We go in. A good stress? I mean, not really. Angles, bro. I have to try and like get, if I want to recover, I have to get right in front of him. Otherwise it's, you know. Meanwhile, in that video, that guy was parrying him from behind the back. Can you not hear me right now, Nibs? Okay, the game crashed. Could you not hear me while I was just fighting? Really? It didn't seem very loud at all. Am I wrong? Anyone? Nibs, how did it sound that time? How did it sound, my friend? We could, but IMO not great. So my friend arrives from Russia after stream to help me start the move process. I'll be moving throughout all of March, right? All right, I guess I'll turn it down even lower. But anyway, there's a lot of worry. The cat thing has become, this is the boss practice mod? Yeah. Our best boss was Pontiff, and then for some reason now, we just can't get him. I don't know what it is. Or we can, but it's inconsistent. All of a sudden, even though he was my best boss. We finished Soul of Cinder practice. Wolnir Yorm. We have everyone down. We came here because we wanted to reorder, basically, the way we do things. And now we're running into issues. But anyway, the main thing I'm worried about is the cat, because every single thing I read online is the cat will escape. And when it escapes, it will not care that it loves me more than anyone in the world. It's going to try and get to its home that it's lived in its whole life. And so the home is going to be across the country. And so I'll never see the cat again. Everything I read online says that, which means I'm about to have to go through a lot to make that not happen. I'm going to have to lock her inside, which she's never stayed inside for more than like 10 hours at a time. And I'm gonna have to lock her in there for like a month, 2 months, maybe 3 months. And there's all this stuff I'm gonna have to do. And I'm very stressed out and worried that she's just gonna get out. Because if she gets out once, because she's smart, all it takes is one person who comes to my house like an idiot and opens the door, and she will dart out. And that'll be the end of it. I won't see her again. Every article basically says that. You know, I won't see her ever again. So like, I'm stressed about that. I'm stressed about the move. Honestly, Nibs, you're the best person I could talk to about this move. Because we've discussed things in the past. And I'm supposed to write a list of things I need to get done. Mainly food out at your door while keeping her on a leash every time she goes out. There's no controlling her like that. First off, she's an apex predator. She barely eats food at home. She hunts, you know? She hunts rabbits and mice and small children. I mean, she's an apex predator, you know? She's an incredible hunter. You know, you remember she used to bring birds and mice into my bed all the time to feed me. That was a fun time. She's mostly stopped doing that recently, thank God. The food won't help. And you can't like, my worry is even with the collar, she just takes it off. She's too smart, you know? She figures out how to, you know, unclip a buckle, get up against a tree, break something off. It's just terrible. But there's that. And then on top of that, I need to be preparing for this move. So I'm supposed to have a list of every single item I need to have set up for the move. Everything I need to set up once I move. Because I only have the help of other people for a few weeks, and then I'm on my own. And I don't speak the local language, so there's a lot of things I cannot do on my own. And so I need to basically make sure I have this list complete tonight. So I was asking chat, does anyone remember over the last months anything on stream I've talked about that I said I needed to do when I move? And I'd add it to the list, that way it's not forgotten. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. Boom. Go in, take damage. 1, 2. And he's dead. And that is how it's supposed to be done. That's the script, right? But anyway, so I'm very stressed about that because I have my list here of things that I need to do. So far, the stream was very helpful today, specifically Adam. But like, for example, utility company set up. I'm supposed to get a Russian school that I can go to and learn Russian, IRL. Litter boxes, get cat carriers so I can walk her around the neighborhood and she has no way to escape, basically, like in one of those handheld kennel things. And I can get her familiar with the area. Doctor appointments, stuff like that. Where are the bazaars? You know, I need to get an air conditioner, heater set up. Seljas says, how is it? Good to see you again, Seljas. It's going well. We got Soul of Cinder down. We got Wolnir down. We got Yorm down. Now we're doing Solve in practice. Honestly, most things I can remember on stream was internet and transportation questions. Transportation? There is the whole car thing, but that's like a later thing, which is getting my license here and then getting an engine for my car. Because I haven't driven a car in like a decade, but I do own a car here. It just doesn't have an engine in it. So I need to replace the engine, which is like $1,000. It's like a 99, so you know. But that's a later thing. For now, I'll just take taxis everywhere because taking a taxi anywhere in the city costs like a nickel. But there are things, because you don't even need to remember the things I've talked about on Stream Nibs to be able to help me. And it, you know, you could just common sense, like, hey, you're moving or you're going to. It might as well be a new country for me. Did they have a DMV of sorts? How easy it would be to get to it? Because I'm American, I have an American license that I've been renewing online for a very long time. So I have an active American license. What that means is I can go online, pay like $60, and I'll have in it and get in it what's called an international license, and then boom, I'm good. That's all I have to do to get the license. And then I need to put an engine in the car, and I'm ready. The thing is, the reason I haven't done that before, I don't want to be driving around without the ability to speak Russian. Because cops can be a little brutal, okay? I won't get into the details. They're good here. Cops are great. Don't get me wrong. But things can easily get out of hand if you don't speak their language. So you get pulled over and you can't speak to them, then things can go very south. Nib says there's a question of groceries for the first month. Yeah, that's on my list. We got that on that list. What else? Because again, these are things, it's like normal things that I need to know how, like in your life as an adult, if you live on your own, what are normal things that you have to know how to handle and take care of, right? I've lived on my own most of my life, you know, since I was a kid even. But it's been 5 years since I've lived on my own, so I'm afraid that I'm forgetting something. And the thing is, I only have the help to set up and figure things out for a couple weeks from people who speak the language and can help me do so. You know? That's why I'm panicking a little bit. Chat, I'm losing my mind here. Like, I can feel the stress in my heart. I can feel it in my chest. I can feel it in my stomach. I am extremely panicked. Chris says, I'm back. Just played Mario Kart with Bree. Nice. That sounds like a lot of fun. Was it good, Chris? Did you win? Who won? Won. Atul. Then we walk slowly. So he does the jump. Boom. And then you bang. Okay. Lock on. Bang. Uno. Dos. Unfair. Come on. Well. Bad damage. Unfortunately, we're dead. As you can see my health bar, this would have been a death. Damage is good, which is honestly why we were testing this. This is something that we were testing our damage out. I didn't intend to practice him because I was like, oh, well, he's my best boss. And then all of a sudden, things went horribly south. This is always what happens. Somebody who's free all of a sudden becomes unbelievably hard because my brain is melted. It was fun. I did okay. Well, okay is all that matters. Fun is all that matters. That sounds like a great time. Wait, so Chris, do you have a Nintendo Switch? Do you own a Switch? This guy, man. They did something with his, they should have done something with this transition. How so, Salges? Is there something wrong with it? We crashed again, like giving him iframes or insane defense. No. His transition kills you if you stand in it. It becoming free once he starts transitioning. I mean, he'll kill you though. Like it does a ton of damage. Now, part of the, like again, I have a no death cheat on. That's the only reason I didn't die there. Like, it would have killed me. Now, part of the speedrun is you roll in partway through the transition and you just face tank the damage. Also, that is the second crash in like 30 minutes, chat. Chris says, yes, I own a Switch. Look at this guy over here. Fancy schmancy, mister. I own a Switch. You're going to be able to play Duskbloods, and I'm not. That makes me sad. I mean, happy for you. You probably won't even play it. Me, on the other hand, I'll be sitting there dreaming and crying how I can't play Duskbloods. It's unfair. That's all I'm saying. It's unfair. Okay. And that's basically the story, folks. Okay, after this one, I need to look at the clock, chat. And see what time it is. I cannot go late. If I accidentally go late, I will be in a lot of trouble. And I realize I haven't looked at the clock in maybe too long. 1, 2. And he did the wrong move. That's wild. Why? Like, it's supposed to be scripted, man. I don't know what caused him to do the wrong move. I think it might be the mod, straight up. Like, see, if you just stay in there, that would kill you. I don't have a Switch 2. I mean, do you need one? Is there anything that's exclusive to the Switch 2? Face tank it? That's what I'm talking about. I mean, you can't face tank it, you'll die. You go in halfway through, you can face tank. But that's halfway, you have to wait. Like, if you just immediately do it, you'll die. You'll notice, if you look at my health bar, I have 0 health right now. Can I try to... I'm trying to do from the video, the backwards parry. You can parry him from behind. Let me see if I can get it. Bro, come on. Stop messing around. Where is it? You can tell my brain is cooked. I'm just at this point doing nonsense. What time is it? Okay, it's end of stream time. Okay, it's 3 minutes until the end of stream, I believe. Right? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be praying for Duskblood's downfall. Why is that, Seljuice? You don't like good games? Yes, Duskbloods is for Switch 2 only? Wait, Chris, are you sure? Only Switch 2? Interesting. Miyazaki is putting everything into Duskbloods. He's talking about Duskbloods as if it's going to be the next Bloodborne. It's wild. It's wild. Miyazaki is talking about, apparently I need 6 follows on Rumble to start streaming. Is that true? Because I mean, that can't, I definitely started streaming on Rumble without any followers. Is that true, Nibs? Is that a new rule or something? Because I didn't have any followers when I started streaming 100%. Maybe I started with 0 sensitives. Yeah, Seljas, I don't know what you're talking about. Is it because like, yeah, that's strange. I mean, I'm happy to follow you. We can everyone on Rumble right now, give him a follow. Why not? You know, help out the homie. You could have just asked instead of just saying it that way though. You know, better to be direct. Here, let me grab the link real quick. Bro, let me go to somebody's channel. Oh, why don't I just go to my own? I'm so stupid. Hold on. I got 3 different conditions I could check. 15 followers to lock here. There you go. To lock in a custom channel name and link, but there's something outside of streaming channel. Honestly, Seljas, I think you're wrong, but I don't care. There you go. Have a follow. I need more people to raid anyway, so let's follow him. That's a homie. He's always in the chat recently. Give him a follow. Let's get him to 6. He only needs 3 more. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you're all incredible. Nibs, I'll ask Nibs specifically this, but Nibs, if you remember anything, or if anyone in stream remembers, Dan, you were supposed to do this for your move. Wait, I could unlock with a verified phone number. Yeah, that's it. Have at least have a premium subscription or have a verified. Yeah, you just need to verify your phone number. That's it. Just put in your phone number. Anyway, I gotta bounce, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I need to rewrite this thing, but I have got to bounce, and so that's what we're gonna do. Hold on. Actually, wait. Hold on. Who should I raid, chat? Ooh, I know who to raid. I'm gonna raid the homie. I am gonna raid the homie here. I got a good raid here. Guy playing Castlevania. Bro, what is this? You cannot be doing this. Go show him love. I'm gonna have to bounce immediately. What else is new? You're all incredible. I love you all. Wish me luck, chat. Seriously, everyone, wish me luck. Pray for your boy. The move starts today. It's going to last all of March. And if I mess it up, it's going to be bad. You know? Now my whole life is changing. So good luck to me. Peace, everyone.